Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and this is going to be my review for another one of those Broadway soundtrack Tony reviews that I have to do. This time for Violet. Yes, the soundtrack of Violet came out this week, so I have to review that soundtrack for you. It came out on iTunes. It doesn't come out actually in physical CD form till like June 3rd, but that's what I love about iTunes. iTunes is always like on top of their game when it comes to Broadway soundtracks because they put them out early during Tony season, so people can listen to it during Tony season, which I love that about Broadway.com, and I have to applaud them for that because they do such a great job with that. But Violet is basically a I was looking forward to this soundtrack overall. But apparently I heard it was a revival, and I'm like, I've never heard of this show. That's because it's not a very popular show. Apparently when it first opened, it got like really negative reviews when it first opened. Like, not a lot of people know Violet. Not a lot of people like it. And basically, this was their chance to make it a better show. This was their chance to tie it up a little bit and make it better. And I was looking forward to it when I heard that Sutton Foster was the main lead, because I love Sutton Foster's previous roles. You know, she was in stuff like Shrek the Musical and Anything Goes. She's done a great job in everything she's been in, especially Thoroughly Modern Millie. Although, my favorite role of hers was Princess Fiona in Shrek the Musical. Not just because it was the first show I've seen, but I also feel like that was just her best role. She really got into that one. She gets into any role, though, but this role I heard in particular was her best role. So I was really looking forward to that, and when I heard, like, she was going to be part of it, I was really looking forward to it. And as a result, so I listened to the soundtrack, I got the soundtrack, I could not wait for it. I was hyping it up all week long, and it turns out Violet is the best Broadway soundtrack recording I've heard out of all these Tony soundtracks so far. I love it to death. I love this soundtrack to death. I've been listening to this soundtrack religiously. I've played almost every single song every single day because I've loved it ever since it came out, and it's just such a great soundtrack. I love it to death. It's so good. So let's talk about what Violet's about, basically. Violet's about this girl who, at 13, her father was chopping wood, and she ended up, the axe blade came off, and it fell right on her. It left a deep gash, like, right in between her face. So her face is basically split in two, and she wants to try to get it healed. Years later, she sees this TV program where she sees that this guy is going to try to heal her scar, so she wants to try to get it healed. And that's basically what she wants to try to do. She wants to try to get her scar healed. So, and basically, that's what she wants to do. So she tries to get it healed. And that's basically the main plot. There's not too much else to it. Well, there is other stuff going on, but I'll talk about that when we get to the songs. But yeah, the plot right away is a pretty interesting plot. I do enjoy the plot. And the first song is actually, we get to see a young Violet. And by the way, the soundtrack does something I don't think any other soundtrack has done before, which I will talk about. But we see, the first song, we hear a young Violet before she got hit by the axe, and we also hear Sutton Foster. So, Water in the Well is the first song.
Tell the Oscar boy he understands there's honey in the bushes, Lord, and water in the well. I have to start the preacher on the scar that cuts a rainbow clear. So
basically, we're seeing two different things with this song. We're seeing young Violet before she got hit by the axe, and we're also seeing Violet singing now about kind of like, her trying to heal the scar. By the way, the scar is not visible on stage. They purposely didn't do that so that way it could be left to the audience's imagination, which honestly I think makes it even more effective. So yeah, that's Water in the Well. I really like this song. I think Emerson Steele, by the way, is a fantastic young Violet. I really do like her. I'm really surprised that she did not get nominated for Best Supporting Actress because she does a fantastic job as young Violet. I really do love her as young Violet. She's fantastic. And Sutton Foster, of course, is amazing. But Emerson Steele definitely needs to be applauded for that because she's great in this song. The next song is Surprise, which is basically when Violet is basically thinking about I want to get the scar healed, and she kind of sings about everyone being surprised because they're not going to recognize her after she gets the scar healed, and it's really good. It definitely is a really great song.
Kingsport, Knoxville, Nashville, and the...
Give my scar another nosy look. In a week you'll be surprised. Got my healing planned out in my book. Next week I'll come back to Sky.
I mean, I love this song. It's very good to listen to. It really just it shows how hopeful Violet is that this is going to work, that this whole healing her scar thing is going to work, and I definitely really do enjoy this song because it's all about her being very hopeful about it. So yeah, Surprise, I really do enjoy it. But the next song, On My Way, is just amazing. I mean, when this song played, I'm like, this is going to be an awesome soundtrack. I can't wait to listen to it, and I loved it. By the way, Surprise starts something that all the other soundtracks have. In between all of these songs, starting with Surprise, we get to hear a bit of dialogue that goes into the next song. I've never actually seen another Broadway soundtrack do that before. Most Broadway soundtracks are just the song. This is basically seeing the show through the CD, because you hear the dialogue, you hear important conversations and things like that, and I think that's awesome. It's basically like if you don't get to see the show, you can just listen to it, and it's awesome because it really shows us how great of actors they are in this. It shows us, like, what's going on in that scene, and I really do enjoy that they did that. At first, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this, but then I really did enjoy it that they did that. So, the next song, though, is On My Way, which, you know, let's listen to it, because it's great.
Skin china white, might scrub it clean, and I am on my way. Sunrise wakes me before another night is gone.
I absolutely love this song. I love this song because, one, it's the first group number we see of everyone. Two, it's just amazing. It's so, so good. I mean, it's so amazing. Everyone has such great parts to sing. You know, you have Violet singing her part. You have the two guys that are introduced later singing their parts. I really do enjoy this song so much. It's the one song where, you know, there was a time where I was like, I don't want to listen to the rest of the soundtrack. I just want to listen to this over and over again. I eventually listened to the rest of the soundtrack, but I'm just like, this is so good. It can only get better from here, and I love that so much. It was so, so good. On My Way, it's so good. Now, the next song is called M&M's, but it's basically like dialogue, and it goes into the next scene, which is Luck of the Draw, where basically young Violet and her father are, you know, we see Violet playing poker. We go to a flashback, and yes, we do see a lot of flashbacks of young Violet, which I do like. We basically see young Violet, her father is teaching her how to play poker, and that goes into the next song, Luck of the Draw.
The queens are four. A penny. That's a pair of queens. A nickel. Ooh, there's the bet I saw. I see you. Now fate intervenes. Some say things happen by design, by demand, decree, your law.
I love this song as well. It's one of my favorites from this soundtrack. I love it so much. I love it because, I think I love it so much because, one, it just, everyone sounds really great in it. You have two scenes going on again. There's a lot of times in this musical you'll have two scenes going on. You see Violet and her father teaching, her father's teaching her how to play poker, and then she ends up beating him in the game. And then you see, in the present time, when Violet is playing cards with these two guys that she meets, Flick and, I don't remember the other guy's name. What's the other guy's name? Let me see. Flick and Monty. Those are two people she plays the poker with, and basically it shows these two scenes, and it does a really great job of doing that, especially when Violet sings the song. She does a really, really great job with it, and I really think she does a fantastic job with this song. I think it definitely is one of the best songs in the whole musical, in my opinion. So, Luck of the Draw is just fantastic. Also, Alexander Gamenji, however you pronounce his name, he's great as Violet's father. He's fantastic, and he does a great job. So, the next song is basically, we have two, like, pieces of dialogue, question and answer, and then It Was My Mama's, where basically she's talking about the things that she, another, you know, it's sort of like, she wants to be like her mother, because her father never talked about her mother, and she always imagined her mother to be beautiful, and she wants to be as beautiful as her mother. So, the next song's called All to Pieces.
Please do stop squabbling and pretend you're actually listening.
Pretty please, Violet, with sugar on top.
If I had gypsy hair and a face to match it, no traces anywhere of a wayward hatchet, I could be Sid Charisse shooting on location in some far-off and tiny nation. Oh, with lips like gold.
So basically, as I said, this is her basically saying about how if she knew what her mother looked like, she always imagined what her mother looked like, and, you know, she would love her mother to pieces because, you know, she doesn't actually know what her mother looked like because her father never talked about her mother, and she always imagined what her mother looked like. We see a flashback before of her asking her father, you know, why don't you ever talk about Mama? And her father, you know, didn't do anything about that. So, you know, I thought that was definitely a really great, song. I definitely really do enjoy it. And they actually performed this song when they promoted the musical on The View, I believe. So, definitely, it's a great song. I really do love all the pieces. It's really great. The next song is a reprise of Water in the Well. It basically shows you how Violet got the scar, and I enjoy it overall because, again, it shows you how Violet got the scar, and it adds to the musical. The next song is called A Healing Touch. This is when Violet was young. She met with this guy who wanted to heal her, and basically, he's not actually healing her. It's in her mind about the hope she had.
By the blade of an axe. But you've had it how many years now?
Ever since I was 13.
God is there! Oh, God is there!
It's basically the faith that she has, and I enjoy this song overall. It's not really a song, it's more of just a dialogue, as I said, but I definitely do enjoy it overall. The next song, though, I love this next song. It's, basically, this guy, Flick, as I said, she meets up with these two guys, Flick and Monty, who she's basically torn between them for a lot of the musical. She doesn't know which guy she likes more, Flick or Monty, but this is Flick, basically encouraging her, and making her a little bit more, like, happy, because she's very tough in the beginning, but he kind of gets her to come out of her shell with this next song, Let It Sing.
Yes, and your adventures start, not always as expected. Say no, you stay apart, but you stay protected. You got to give yourself a reason to rejoice, for the music you make counts for everything. Now every living soul has got a voice. You got to give it room and let it sing.
I'm going to say this right now. If Joshua Henry does not win Best Supporting Actor, I'm going to be very surprised because he is amazing in this song. He has an amazing voice. He does a great job with this song, and I absolutely love him in this song because you really get to see how great of a singer he is starting in this song. He really is fantastic, and I think it's a great solo from him. So, Let It Sing is fantastic. So, the next song is Anyone Would Do, which is actually kind of funny because the girl that sings it is also the girl that plays the older woman that Violet sits next to. So, she has two different roles in this musical, and this is her second song called Anyone Would Do.
I don't care if that scar go from here to home.
Maybe this was a bad idea.
Nah! The hog's drunk. Do something you can write about in that book of yours.
And honestly, it's just kind of a funny song, but, you know, it's good, but it's just kind of a funny song. Kind of more like a transition type of song. So, the next song, though, is kind of, both guys singing about, basically both guys singing, to her, who will be the one if not me.
Darling, stand on my toe.
Let him go, dear. Here, practice on me. It's the old lady.
Who's gonna love you?
Do you think my mama smelled like you? I can't say, dear, but I know she would have loved the smell of you. There's nothing sweeter than a baby's head.
We basically find out that Violet actually met up with this older lady before, and that's why the older lady sat next to her, because she recognizes the girl and she didn't tell her that. So, I overall really do enjoy this song. It's not one of my favorites or anything, but I do enjoy it. The next song is the first solo from Monty called The Last Time I Came to Memphis.
So here I am, the open door. I ain't a boy in the skin of a man. I'm more the steam that you let off. The Roman candle you buy by the road that you can't wait to set off. The truth is never so patent. Try and wrap your mind around there.
I mean, this is another great solo. It's the first solo we hear from Monty, but he does a really great job. He has a fantastic voice, and I really do enjoy him in this song. He does a great job. So, Last Time I Came to Memphis is just flawless. It's great. The next song is just a really fun song. It's like they're in a nightclub of some sort, and it's a song called Lonely Stranger.
I know,
it alone. Oh, hey, yeah!
So that's Lonely Stranger. It's a really fun song. I really do enjoy it overall. Anastica McClizzy, who sings the song, she does a really great job. She has a really nice voice, and I think it's a really fun song to just dance to. I really do enjoy it. And then we have the Act 1 finale, which is Lay Down Your Head. Basically, Monty falls asleep on Violet, and she's singing about both guys, which one she likes more. Lay down your head.
Lay down your head and dream, dream. You're so much gentler than you seem. Is there a chance you might redeem my days gone by? My days gone by. And
this is an amazing song. I absolutely love this song. I think Sutton Foster just does a great job on this song. And I love this song because it's really just her, as I said, recalling who she likes more. So that's the end of Act 1. Then we go to Act 2. There's actually 2 CDs for this because, as I said, there's a lot of dialogue. It's dialogue heavy on this CD, so that's why there's 2 CDs. But the next song is a reprise of Anyone Would Do. Nothing that big, but it overall is big. And the next song is Hard to Say Goodbye.
Don't sweat it. Don't know what he said. Climbing in your bed, but it took him all the way. But you don't get it. 'Cause anyone can say I'm so lonely. Ow!
He's basically saying to her that he's really the one that loves her, and that Monty was just trying to flirt with her, basically. So again, she's still torn, so I do enjoy this song overall. I think Joshua Henry does a great job on this song. He really does. Sutton Foster does sing on this song, but Joshua Henry really does the best job on this song. So Hard to Say Goodbye really is a great song. Now, the next song is basically them thinking about, Joshua Henry and, Flick and Monty get into a bit of a fight. And they start thinking about, what would you say that if you were near Violet? So the next song is Promise Me, Violet.
I got your number, sir. What?
you got my number, so call me.
Expect to hear from me soon.
Some night you're drunk and you're lonely.
Under the spell of the moon.
I'll be sitting home making something fit and just waiting to hear from you.
Come on, Monty.
Promise me, Violet.
So I really do enjoy this song. I think it's another really great song. As I said, I really do enjoy it. And I really enjoy the song overall. It's a good song. The next song is about 6 minutes long. It's the longest song on the show, and it's called Raise Me Up. It's basically all the faith that she has.
Oh, if you want it.
If you need it.
Oh, if you need it. Why not let him raise you up?
God, won't you raise me up and on my way?
Let him fold you to his bosom like a favorite angel.
On my way, I am glory bound. Raise me up, oh, raise me.
So this is her basically with the TV guy, and she's basically there to get her scar healed. She comes in the middle of them singing this song, and the next thing we see is her basically talking to this guy down the mountain.
We can cross it. This might hurt you.
Well, at first that's a flashback, but we then get you in the chapel. She's talking to this guy trying to get her scar healed.
The Greyhound bus.
What do people think? I'm a healing jukebox? You drop a quarter in me and watch me go? Now come to the service to...
It turns out that this guy actually is kind of like, he's not all that she expected him to be. He doesn't heal people like she thought he could be, and it's all about, like, having faith and everything. So the next song is Raise Me Up.
What is his name? You can save it all up if that's better. His name is
Jesus, sister!
I am on my way.
Sister, I promise you this is not the way.
On my way. I am on my way.
I'm sorry, but I need to call my security.
Oh, no, you're not going anywhere.
She wants to try to still get the help from him, but she has to try to have that faith. And the next song is her singing about really why she's so, sort of like the downside of her having this scar. It's called Look at Me.
Stand. kinds of people in this world. All I have are promises to raise me up and set me free. I'd like a pair of Jane Tierney eyes.
It's basically her 11 o'clock number in the show, and I think she does a really great job in it, and I think Sutton Foster just blows it out of the park on this song. Probably her best solo in the show, just amazing. The next song is a solo from Violet's father, That's What I Could Do.
If I could, I'd take away your scar.
He's singing about, you know, what he would do for her, because she kind of is starting to believe that her father doesn't love her, and he's basically telling her, yes, I do love you, and I really do care about you, and I want to do whatever it takes to help you. You know, that's basically what that song's all about, and I think he does a fantastic job on this song, and I really do love Alexander Jimenagi on this song. He does a great job. Jimignet, I don't, you know, how you pronounce his name, but whatever. The next song is a reprise of Surprised.
Stretch my legs and grab a coat.
Nose, thin, face, fine. Monty might not know it's mine.
Half a Tootsie Roll of 20.
When we stop, I'll have a smoke. I'll just stand there, Garbo style.
Basically, this is her talking about how she's gotten her scar removed, and she's fine now. So she's gotten that scar removed, and everything's good now. So that's the reprise of Surprised. And then we get to the final two songs, which is when the first song is Promising Violet, which is when she's finally declaring who she loves more, Monty or Flick, and she decides to love Flick.
Like nothing's changed, but look at you.
Careful now, Grady. You better mean this.
All I want is you.
So yeah, Flick is the guy she chose, and everything's happy. And then we get to the final song, which is Bring Me to Light.
I know you will try to help me find my way, love. I won't wonder why, when nights are long, if you'll hold me till it's light.
Like a comet that catches you by surprise.
Like a star in the night, love.
Like a baby the first time she opens her.
This is an amazing song. I mean, just wow, this song is amazing. I love this song. I think they did an amazing job on this song, and it's by far the best song in the musical. It's a great way to close the show. It's a great group number, and I love it so much. Bring Me to Light is fantastic. So that's basically the soundtrack of Violet, and I gotta say, it's a fantastic soundtrack. I really do love this soundtrack. There's so many great songs on this soundtrack, and definitely those nominations that they got are great. The, you know, the nominations that got, like, Best Revival is great. The nomination of, you know, Best Revival is fantastic. The Sutton Foster definitely needs to win Best Actress. I'm really rooting for her to win Best Actress now because of her in this. She's fantastic. And Joshua Henry needs to win Best Supporting Actor. Also, Colin O'Donnell should have been nominated, but he wasn't. And Emerson Steele, oh my god, she's so great as Young Violet. She's fantastic. But that's in my review of the Broadway soundtrack of Violet. Let me know what you guys saw of this soundtrack. Is it better than the revival? I really feel like it's so much better than it's a great revival, and I really do love it. So that's been my review. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be for the movie review of tonight's movie, Petals on the Wind. So I'll see you guys for that. Bye.